Hey Annabelle, it's Dad. I'm going to be reading a little bit of the book to you here today, so that you have a book to listen to tonight. I hope that you have had a good day. I hope that school went well. If you want to, you can always text me and let me know about it, or send me an audio clip, or whatever you want to do. Your mom, I'm sure, would be willing to help you do that. Otherwise, I'm just going to go ahead and do some reading. And we'll try and do one of these every day, okay? Love you, kiddo. Moon noticed there were also 5 mahogany scroll racks arranged around the cave, about the height of her foreleg, each polished until they were as smooth as her scales. There was an empty one next to each bed, and one on either side of the door. She took a closer look and realized with a jump of happiness that the ones by the door were filled with scrolls. The little sign above these two said, "Free reading, hope you like them." Moon slid her welcome scroll and her map scroll into one of the empty racks, and then wrapped her tail around her back, talons, and started going through the scrolls by the door. It was a mix of all kinds of things that interested her: history, adventure stories, ancient legends, encyclopedias of all the plants and animals in each tribe's territory. Suddenly she remembered Starflight finding her with a scroll one day. He'd quizzed her on what she'd like to read. If he chose these for me, he must have really been listening. She noticed that there weren't any of the recent scrolls about the Dragonets of the Prophecy and their epic quest to end the war with the Sandring succession. She guessed with a smile that whoever had selected these, Starflight, Sunny, Glory, found those scrolls particularly embarrassing. She also found one early reader's scroll that must have been written for tiny dragons with giant letters and a guide to the alphabet. This seemed so out of place that she sat and puzzled over it for a minute. Is this for one of my clawmates? Am I going to be living with a 1-year-old? Her mother had mentioned that the academy would take dragonettes of various ages, so maybe it was possible, although it seemed weird. Out of nowhere, Moon felt a sudden burst of angry energy like a spear driving through her skull. She crumpled forward, clutching her head, as shouts and roars echoed in the hall. "Get your fish-smelling tail away from me. I've faced bigger sea wings than him in battle if he's trying to start something. Don't you dare blow smoke in my face. She could be one of the sky wings who destroyed our summer palace." "Ow," Moon whispered. "Ow, ow, ow." The headache was so blistering she considered running into the rock wall to knock herself out. And then, very softly, under all the yelling, she heard, "Aha! There you are." Moon's head snapped up, and she winced as another bolt of pain crackled through it. This voice, it was unlike anything she'd ever heard before. It sounded crisp and clear and right in her ear, as if it was talking to her. "I am talking to you." Instinctive fear whipped through Moon's veins, paralyzing her. All of her mother's nightmare scenarios started playing in her head again. Don't trust anyone new. Don't trust anything unusual. Don't let anyone know what you can do. Stay secret. Stay hidden. Stay safe. "3 Moon," said the voice. "Aren't you a jumpy one?" "Who are you?" Moon whispered. "Who are you?" it answered back. And then, as if the speaker had plucked the answer from her thoughts, "Hello, Moon Watcher." Another telepath. How was that possible? Moon tried to push back. She imagined reaching out with her talons, trying to grab onto the voice and open up what was happening in the mind behind it. "It's as if you've had no training at all," the voice chuckled. "How old are you again?" Again, the pause, and this time Moon thought furiously of as many different numbers as she could. 95, 76, 12. 4 already, and that's all you can do. "Who are you?" Moon demanded. "How are you doing that?" "You really have no idea," the voice mused with a hint of puzzlement. Fascinating. Let me think about that." She listened, pressing her temples to hold the headache at bay, but the voice didn't come back. "Are you still there?" she whispered. No response. Did I imagine it? Maybe I imagined it. Maybe the headache and the noise out there just confused me. Or maybe mind reading is finally driving me crazy. She shook her head and blinked. But if it was a real mind reader, maybe they could teach me how to use my powers. Or expose me to everyone now that they know who I am, while I have no idea who they are. Moon drew her wings around her with an anxious shiver. Hey now, hey there, stop, 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 a real voice called in the hallway, interrupting the squabble. Quay, clamored several voices at once in Moon's head. It's him, it's really him. Oh, he's even cuter in real life. Ooh, look at his heroic limp. Oh, I think he looked at me. Moon poked her head out of the cave and saw the large sloping back of the Prophecy Mudwing. Clay was gently holding apart a writhing sea wing and a hissing sky wing. It's only the first day, folks, he said genially. Nothing to be so grumpy about already. You're probably both just hungry. Cornelian, take a deep breath and see me later. Pike, walk with me. He spread his wing over the sea wing's shoulder and firmly guided him down the tunnel. The sky wing watched them go with narrow eyes, growling to herself. Then, to Moon's alarm, she swung around and marched right into Moon's cave. Without saying a word, she threw herself onto the rock ledge bed, folded her large scarlet wings forward over her eyes, and proceeded to stew in sullen silence. One of my clawmates, Moon realized. Yay. She blinked at the skywing for a moment, wondering if she should say something. Her heart was beating fast, and the headache was still there, receding slowly toward the back of her skull. She cleared her throat, swallowed, opened her mouth, and then gave up and turned back to the scrolls. Several minutes later, a whirlwind burst into the cave, nearly trampling Moon with bright yellow talons. Oh my gosh, sorry, it yelped. I didn't even see you there. I guess that's a Nightwing skill, hiding in the shadows, right? Haha. They put me in with a Nightwing? Hollered her brain. Hello. Isn't anyone worried about my potential post-traumatic stress? But the little Rainwing didn't drop her enormous smile for a moment. Her scales, too, didn't shift. They stayed a blindingly bright banana yellow dotted with splotches of alarming raspberry pink. She seized Moon's front talons and pumped them cheerfully up and down. Isn't this exciting? I'm so excited I can hardly stand it. That's why I'm this color, by the way. I've been trying it all morning to turn myself something more dignified, and I can't do it. My scales are all like, yay, we're really here, and will not listen to me. Moon noticed that there was one spot on the Rainwing that wasn't eye-meltingly colorful. A triangle of 3 small black smudges on her wing that looked like tiny splashes of ink. I'm Kinkajou, the Rainwing added. You're noisy, the Skywing observed from under her wings. I love this place, Kinkajou said. She let go of Moon and bounced over to the hammock while her thoughts went, essentially, library, art, friends. Have you explored it all yet? There's the most amazing library. Not that I can read yet, but oh gosh, I'm working on it really hard. And an art cave. It's full of all these colors of paint, like a couple of Rainwings just emoted all over it. You guys should make amazing paintings and then decorate our cave with them. Wouldn't that be amazing? I might literally die of joy, said the Skywing flatly. You look way healthier than most of the other Nightwings, Kinkajou said to Moon, evidently deciding to ignore the Skywing for the moment. Your scales are so shiny. I'd almost guess you were a Rainwing in disguise, but you're not, are you? I didn't grow up on the volcano, Moon said softly. My mother hid my egg in the rainforest. Oh, Kinkajou said, and her brain went, aha, I've heard of you now. Wow, that's a relief. That means you weren't anywhere near the Nightwings who locked me up. I mean, I'm all for amnesty and making friends across tribes and forgiving each other and everything, but seriously, it was scary there. Like I thought I might actually die, so I figured maybe I'd start by making friends with some other tribes first and gradually working my way back around to the Nightwings. But you're hardly a Nightwing at all, so that's okay then. Moon winced. Hardly a Nightwing at all was essentially what she'd been hearing the Nightwing's thoughts for about and the Nightwing's thoughts about her for months. It was a little brutal to hear someone say it out loud. "So what's your name?" Kinkajou asked. Moon. Moonwatcher. But just Moon, really. "Sure, Moon. And who are you?" Kinkajou asked the Skywing. "I'm a warrior," the Scarlet Dragon thought bitterly, keeping her face hidden. "A loyal soldier in Ruby's army, who never did anything to deserve this punishment of schooling and being forced to live with Ditzy and Mumbles over there." Moon hunched her shoulders and looked down at her claws. That wasn't fair. She did not mumble. Kinkajou turned back to Moon, her eyes sparkling. "Oh, it's a mystery," she said. "We have to guess our third clawmate's name. I'll go first. I bet it's Squelch." "What do you think? Squelch is a cute name, right?" Moon didn't think she ought to smile, given the wave of outrage coming off of the Skywing. "Squelch is a Mudwing name, isn't it?" she pointed out. "True," said Kinkajou. "Maybe her name is Friendly. That would suit her well." "That's not a Skywing name either," Moon said. The red dragon's tail was twitching dangerously. "Think outside the box, Moon. Look at her. I'm sure she'd love to be called Friendly." "Let's do that until we find out her real name," Kinkajou said, and then broke down into helpless giggles. The Skywing unfolded herself majestically and glared at Kinkajou with her wings spread wide. "I have fought 14 battles, the Skywing thundered. "No one giggles at me, least of all a Rainwing who can't even read and knows nothing about war." She jumped off her ledge and swept furiously out the door. There was a pause while Kinkajou got her giggles under control. "Ouch," she said. "But mostly fair, although I think being imprisoned and experimented on by Nightwings and then injured during a royal challenge should give me some battle credit, don't you?" I think Clay said her name is Carnelian, maybe," Moon offered. "Oh, that's pretty," Kinkajou said. "Do you mind if I take the hammock, by the way?" Moon shook her head. "The moss bed is all right with me." "That's what you slept on while you were growing up in the rainforest, right?" Kinkajou guessed, nodding. "This will be so great. We can bond over how much we miss papayas and adorable sloths. But I don't miss anything yet. It's too fabulous here. Come see the library." "Oh," Moon said nervously, I think I'll stay here for a little bit longer. I just need to, Nonsense," Kinkajou said. She poked one of Moon's wings with her own. "We're in a new place. This is really exciting. I want to show you everything." "Well, I hope she's not boring," Kinkajou's mind whispered. "I don't mind shy. I can handle shy, but please don't be boring." Moon straightened her shoulders and folded her wings back. It meant trampling down her terror, but she absolutely did not want to seem boring to her first possible chance friend. "All right, let's go," she said, taking a deep breath. "Yay," Kinkajou cried. She bounded out the door and Moon followed. As she stepped into the hallway, she heard it again, that bell of a voice in her mind. "Oh, Moonwatcher, my new favorite dragon. This dragonette with her brain full of bubbles is not your only possibility. I believe you and I are destined for a great friendship." Moon shivered. Was it real? Was there a dragon somewhere reaching out to her? If so, how? And who was it? Another student? Was it a fellow Nightwing, mysteriously hatched with the tribe's long-lost powers just like her? How could she hide? How could she hide from someone who knew exactly what she was? "I can help you," the voice whispered. "Better yet, you can help me." All right, bug. Until tomorrow, I hope that you had a good day. I hope that you have a good night and that you do a good job getting ready for bed. I love you, and I will read more to you tomorrow. Take care, kiddo. Love you. Bye-bye.